Ill King. Come on. Chito, what's good? Romeo, what's good? Joey, what's good? 209 California King. Sheffy. Tim Bakey. Here we go. Makase, makasa, makamakusa. Makase, makasa, makamakusa. Say makasa, makamakusa. Makase, makasa, makamakusa. Detroit in the building. Cruz Jerry in the building. I am Sunny Daytimes. UFO Beef on the check-in. The big show is back. What an incredible executive producer Azariah Malone Cartagena. Hi, everybody. I am Fat Joe Cartagena, and I am black as fuck. How you doing today? How you feeling out there? I can't lie to y'all. I'm so excited about this guest. I'm so excited about this show. I threw on a brand new tee. I'm smelling amazing. I threw the lotion on my joint. You know, I mean, you know, if you haven't seen Black as F on Netflix, you're robbing yourself as a human being. You're destroying yourself. I mean, this man put it down, all the blackish, and we're going to talk some real talk. You know, I call him the wokest warrior. But we're going to get into that. This is going to be, the whole segment going to be a Joker moment. The whole thing. We going in big, man. I see you, Phoebe. I see you, Katie. Shit. Byron Diaz, I see you. Let me see if my guest here yet. I can't lie to y'all. He ain't there yet. On Ramona Riz, I want to check it. I can't lie to you, he ain't there yet, but let me tell you something. You guys are so blessed, man. You guys are so blessed. Every night I try to bring you that fire, that incredible shit right there, man. You see the qualities back here? Every night I try to bring you the business, man. And let me tell you something, man. This is a legendary one. I'm excited for this one. And shout out to everybody. Rest in peace, Miss Betty Wright, living legend. I don't know if you seen my Instagram, and I told you last time when I was with French about the little guy from Morocco. French found the video of the little guy, and I posted it on my Instagram. Because sometimes I say some stories and y'all think I'm lying. I'm not lying. You know, I'm talking real talk. Your ass, y'all can lower the AC just one. Just one. Can you lower the AC 1 decibel? Like one, down. Down. Yeah, it's a little hot. Mommy threw that cream on me, you know? She threw that cream too much for the people. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if my brother here yet. Let me see. Yeah. He ain't here yet. In true Hollywood fashion, you gotta be a couple minutes late. Couple. You just gotta feel like you walked in a little bit later. Sometimes I do that, you know? Bulgy King Official, what's good? Noriega, what's up, my brother? Let me tell you something, man. I love you so much, Nori, man. I don't care if the world knows. I love my brother, N-O-R-E. We in weird times, and I want you all to know. I love my brother. He is my brother. Hold on, let me see. Let me see we here yet, you know? Oh, yeah, I said Noriega, black as fuck. Yeah, Nori, I started the show by like, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Fat Joe Cartagena, and I'm black as fuck. Nah, it's on. It's on today. It's on today. We talking that tonight. I can't do that. They jerked you, huh? They jerked you. Executive producer got jerked. Let me see. You know, she eat them little ice pops. They gave her the world's smallest ice pop created in the history of mankind. Y'all know her, man. They jerked her. I'm trying to see my guy here because, you know, I'm trying to see. Now, he ain't here yet. He ain't here. But I can't wait. I'm ready. I'm ready. Somebody said spray tan. Nah, papito, that's Trump. That's Agent Orange. That's Trump, baby. That ain't Coke of the Dawn. I sit up on my roof and get my suntan. That's right. That's right. What's up, y'all? I see a lot of people on the check-in. Yesterday we had Adrienne Bailon. That was some serious talk there. You know, I learned a lot about her, man. Every time I interview somebody, I just want to learn something new about them that I ain't know. And want y'all to learn something y'all would have never learned. That's the whole thing. We got a guy on there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I wore the watch and everything. If you seen Black as Fuck, my man on there, he on there fresh as hell. Mama busy want to go outside. You want to open the door for him? No? Oh, UFO Thief. Yeah, it's the biggest. It's the biggest show. And I appreciate you guys coming on every night, rocking with me. I try to educate you and let you know what I'm saying, of what's going on and try to get you through tough times. And, you know, this corona shit is very, very, very real. And, you know, it's shit too real. So we just trying to entertain y'all and give you that shit. Oh, you better fucking believe it, is Joe cracked the dawn. We're not playing with these people. Delivered as promised. Right about now, the one and only Kenya.
What up, Joe?
Barris.
What up, Joe?
Hey, yo, Kenya, man. What's up, man? I'm black as fuck, Kenya. Yeah. Hey, yo, Kenya, boy, I tell you, to say I love you is an understatement.
Oh, thanks, dog.
I'm a huge fan of your work, and most of all, if I did my own show like Black as Fuck, it would be the same show. No, I'm trying to tell you because I've seen the shit you dip fresh, the whole family fly. You got the fly crib. You talking that shit. I'm like, yo, bro, it was so refreshing. I was looking at it like you the Black Larry David.
Oh, thanks, man. That's a huge. I fuck with Larry David, so that's a huge compliment.
Yeah, man. Where you grow up at?
I grew up between Pacoima and Inglewood. I started most of the time in Inglewood. Then I moved. You know, I live in the valley now. My kids are valley kids.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you something. Shout out to Inglewood. So if I'm from any hood in LA, I'm from Inglewood.
That's right.
So Mac 10, right. My brother, OG Muggs, that's my people over there. So
that's right.
I always say if I was from LA, I'm from Inglewood.
That's right. Issa Rae.
The chicken hawk, you know what I'm saying? You know that boy, Mac 10, the chicken hawk, boy.
That's right.
Listen, I got some real shit to talk to you about because I called you the wokest warrior, you know, and, you know, according to your show, like everything, you see everything. When you went to school, did you go to school, you learned white American history? When did you learn Black history or African culture?
I went to a crazy elementary school. My mom, and you know, my brothers was in the streets, you know, kind of just being, you know, knuckleheads, and doing what they were doing. Even like went to college, they kind of went, in trouble. My mom put me in private school. I went to the school called International Children's School. And actually Tyra went there with me. Me and Tyra Banks that's why we have known each other since we were little kids. But, and that's how I got Tyra. But,
So Tyra was poor at one point? Tyra Banks?
yeah, Tyra's from Inglewood.
She was actually from the hood. I never put that two and two together. Ever since I've seen her, she was like the biggest model. And
she got rich in high school, but she's from Inglewood. She's a normal kid. But Bill Cosby, I know you can't say that now, but Bill Cosby like put a lot of money into the school, but it was a black private school, and it was like it was we did every year we had like oratorical contests, and you had to do the Martin Luther King or the Malcolm X or since we were kids, it was about being really proud of who we are. And that school instilled a lot in me. And I think it changed from that point on. That's why I wanted to go to black college. I remember when Different World came out, I wanted to go, you know what I'm saying? Like when Spike Lee did School Days, like I always wanted to be around my folk and know about my folks. And I was always proud of being who we are.
So who are some black leaders that you think we could trust, who ain't sell us out? You know, in the hood, there's always an undertone when you see the black preacher
I know.
in the hood, and then he got a Bentley and he lives in a mansion a mile long. Or
it's correct.
You know,
I just was saying now the same thing
who
you're
do you
saying.
trust? Like who?
I just had this conversation. I was talking to Ben Crump this weekend, and I was literally like, well, who are our leaders? Like growing up, we had people, you know what I'm saying? Even though it wasn't a lot of them, you had people but then our parents actually had people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They had the Malcolms and the Martins and the Meggarts, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they had people who were, about some. I feel like, I really fuck with Sean King. I really do. I feel
Sean
like that
King
brother.
right now. Sean King, activist on Instagram and everything.
I
He's
do.
been a guest of the show. I fuck with Sean King.
I really fuck with Sean. I feel like he seems to put his money where his mouth is. I really fuck with, I really fuck with Ben Crump. I don't think that he would call himself a leader. I think he's a civil rights attorney, and what I'm saying. But he puts his money where his mouth is. All those cases are pro bono. You know what I'm saying? He can make a lot more money doing other things, but he's Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown. Now he's Ahmaud. He's been every case that you hear, he's at the center of it. And I feel like people are like, well, Ben's not winning, or Ben. I'm like, that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Is the idea that that's the system is rigged against us. But it's a crazy thing. I don't know you're one of our leaders. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I really wish that the notion, I think Jay, you know what I'm saying, in some aspects, at times, I don't know if that's something that he would lean into or want to be caught there. But I feel like, the idea of the way that you sort of live your life and where you've come from and which moving in a more positive direction, trying to get other people to move in a more positive direction, be financially literate, get out the streets, you know what I'm saying, but not about the streets, but be out the streets, you know what I'm saying?
If a person, so if a person has one parent is black, one parent is white.
Yep.
Are they considered completely black?
I mean, growing up, that was a black person. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think now biraciality is a real thing, and I think if I was mixed, I probably would want to, make sure I gave honor to my white parent. If my mom was white, I would want to honor my mom for sure. I wouldn't want to, take that out. But the way the world perceives you, the way I grew up, I know the way my wife grew up. My wife is super light. You know what I'm saying? My kid's mom definitely considers herself and has always been considered black. You know what I'm saying? And she's, as light as any white person I know. But it's the way the world sees you. Like when Tiger tried that shit, man, people wasn't hearing that shit. He got black real quick when he got in trouble too. You know what I'm saying?
MJ got Muslim for a second too. Michael Jackson, he got Muslim real quick. Mike Tyson, like they know.
Yeah, the world.
They know where it's at.
The world's a crazy place.
And so somebody I'm curious to know what's your musical soundtrack? What's your what's the music your soundtrack to your life? I'm curious to
Um,
know.
I mean, I think Jay is the soundtrack to my life. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I feel like he's been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up as Jay's music grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, Big was there. You know, of course, for me, you know, NWA, Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that. I mean, I can look at different points. The Chronic was when my life changed. The Chronic was, you know what I'm saying? That was sophomore year or
50
freshman
Cent
year.
is on the check-in. 50 Cent is on the check-in.
What up,
Let's
50?
just say we love 50 Cent's music, because if not, he's gonna blast us.
Oh, 50 got one of the classic albums of all time. Me and 50 got something cooking. He'll tell you about it.
Yeah, I heard about it, man. I just mind my business, you know.
It's gonna be big.
How black is black as fuck?
I mean, it's black as fuck to me. I mean, the whole point of the name was to be loud, was to be noisy, and the whole ass fuck part of it is just being as out and authentic in your life as whatever that experience is for you. And so I think that, you know, certain people read certain things into the name. Like, the name was, this was the most authentic version of my life,
And
for
it's
real.
provocative.
And it was evocative and provocative. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it was the most authentic version of, like, you understand, like, it's your life. It's the idea of, like, I talked to Charlemagne, and who I respect, but, like, he was like, he didn't like the show. He thought it was whack. And I was like, why? He was like, you know, black people I know we're not monolithic, but I don't know any black people like this. And I go, but this
I
is
do.
my life.
I do.
Yeah, I go, you met
No, I know a
like
lot of
me.
them.
Yeah. And I go,
All
I
right,
think
so,
that's
so
the,
let's stay right there. Let's stay right there. Just because, and this is the whole point. This
yeah,
is why I love you so much. What's the problem with if we grew up poor or we grew
right?
up, you know, that we can't. I want my kids to be nerds, bro. Like
Nerds.
I don't want them to gang bang.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm keeping it real, so
Of
I can
course.
relate to you 1,000,000%. Like, what's wrong with? I go to plain black people's houses that look like yours, and the kids is like their kids, and they represent black culture. But what's wrong with, you know, we succeeded, or we treat ourselves to a better life? Like, I don't understand what Charlemagne's talking about.
I personally don't either. And I think that is, I told Charlemagne I'd love to come on this or talk about it on the show, because I feel like when I did Blackish, I got complaints because people were like, that wasn't a black family they had seen, right? But then all of a sudden, that was the black family. We started being like, oh yeah, it normalized itself. You know what I'm saying? It helped. I hope it helped push culture forward. You know what I'm saying? And so the notion of, I've grown up, I've grown up since Blackish, and so I feel like my life I've gotten blessings, and some things have changed. And so I want my art, just like one of the reasons I fuck with your music, I fuck with Jay's music. Your art changes as you change. You know what I'm saying? And so your music grows with you. And so my art, my writing has changed with me. And this is an example. I think, why can't you show this as a black family? Why can't we give this lane of what we can do? You know what I'm saying? Why does that have to, like, take us out of black culture? Because why? Because I need to be struggling financially. Doesn't mean that I'm not struggling emotionally, and you know, with the shit that I'm going through, and I'm not going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Why do I need to have all those stereotypically mean what a black family has to be? I feel like it's counterintuitive to me. And
Let's
so,
get serious, right? So you saw what happened in Georgia with Aubrey,
yeah,
the young brother out there, just for jogging. He got murdered
in the
in the
middle,
middle of the street.
you couldn't shoot a dog like that and not go to jail.
Oh, you couldn't.
No.
You could. I mean, it's murder.
Yeah.
Like it's full-blooded murder.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
So like I like the guy's jogging, and they kill him. Like, they chase him down and kill him for jogging. That was a straight murder.
Shoot him in the chest with a shotgun in the middle of the street, and walked away like it was a UFC or WWE match. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
saying? And that's the world that we.
That's crazy, yo. Like that bothers me, right? Because I grew up under oppression. I grew under police harassment. They never gave me a second chance. They never thought that I could redeem my bad, the stuff I've done bad. They never thought I could get a second chance. And yet and still, I've been honestly, I can look at you in your face because this is the realest talk you ever gonna have. I have embraced white people in my life.
Yeah.
And made white people my brothers.
Yeah.
And love them just as much as I love you.
You have to.
And when it comes to 2020, to see a modern day lynching on video, what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? Is it never going to change? Is it never going to be equality? Is it ever going to change?
Well, you know, one of my best friends is white, and it's not about black or white. If you're a human being, you know, he looked at that and he was like, this isn't okay. His first thing, you need to go down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, you know, that's a white man. He's like, we need to go down there. And I'm like, that's the notion of, I don't want to ever, you know, preach violence because I, you know, I came from that, you know, but the idea of turning the other cheek and things like that, there's a point where we have to, it may not be violence, but we have to fight back. We have to sort of say, like, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? And if that's, you know, in the courts or in the streets through protests, but it can't just be, you know, we get some signs and march. Like, this has to change. You know what I'm saying? Because we still got every day. I just was watching Watt Stacks. That was in the 70s. And Richard Pryor was talking in the 70s. He was like, man, he's talking about LA. He was like, LA got more niggas shot accidentally than anywhere else in the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and that was them in the 70s talking about, like, we have been, since we got, you know, I personally think Jim Crow was worse than slavery, because coming out of slavery, the effects that Jim Crow had on us were, you know, you can't just have a nigga in chains and fucking loincloths and then the next day be like, all right, nigga, slavery's over, go have and then act like it's gonna be all good. And the same motherfucker that was enslaving you, you still living on their property, but now they're paying you a little bit of change to do the same shit you were doing in slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what's changed? And we still don't look at the white man. We still, you know, that wasn't that long ago. So all of a sudden, now we have to pretend the police really have our back, pretend that, you know, that our life really matters when we can get gunned down in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't want my kids
I'm
to
gonna tell you some real shit. I live in Miami, so I had a gun permit. So, you know, what you call that shit? Like, you can't see the gun, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I had a legal gun permit. But when they started killing Mike Brown, they started killing Trayvon, they started killing all these people, I say, yo, I drive home from the studio every night at 4 in the morning. I smell like weed, even though I don't smoke it, but they smoke tons of shit every day in the studio.
Yeah.
Motherfucking racist cops stop me at 4 in the morning, and I get to explain it to this motherfucker that I got a gun license, and then you got to show him the gun or some to murder me in the middle of the street. I had to give my guns back and give up my license because I knew, oh, excuse me, officer, I got a gun. Yo, they stopped me one time, right? And they put me in the back of the car, and they was just running my license.
You was solo?
Right? And I'm not going to say they harassed me like that no more, but this happened in real life.
You was
when
solo?
I sat in the back of the police car, this motherfucker was listening to some KKK radio for real. So they talking all about Obama was president, but they talking wild shit about Obama. Wow. I'm like, yo, this guy was supposed to protect us?
You're like, nigga, this is not going to work out.
KKK FM and shit. Rush Limbaugh and all these. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I'm not going to lie. I never went back for the gun license because I was like, yo, these guys going to kill me in the middle of the night.
Did you have your pistol on you?
No, actually not that day, but I never had it again after that. I sold my shit back. I wasn't fucking with it, man. Your man 50, he heavy on the comments. He's active right now.
What's he saying?
And my opinion might have differed, maybe not for me, But I do believe that everybody, if you have the right to go get a gun, go get a gun. Go get a couple guns.
That'll change if every black person who can legally own a gun, and I'm not even saying a pro-gun, gets it, all of a sudden they'll stop letting us get guns. And that will change gun laws because
I
they
believe it.
can't.
I think everybody should go get guns. If you can legally,
Yeah,
not illegally,
that's how
you
you
should
change
go
gun
get
laws.
guns because there's something these white people know about walking into the courthouse with machine guns, with
Yeah,
AR-15,
yeah.
and they good. Like,
Yo,
they know some shit we don't know.
you know why it's not legal to carry a gun in California, the Wild Wild West? Why this isn't an open carry state? Because the fucking Panthers understood the law and was walking around with shotguns and pistols because that was their right. And white motherfuckers was like, no way. You know what I'm saying? And took away our gun laws in California. Though the moment you want to change gun laws, every white American should get black Americans. Every white American who wants to change gun laws should get black people to buy guns. And then those gun laws will get changed the way they want them to get changed.
And you know what's crazy, 50? I like 50. 50, you're active, baby. Have you ever felt like, as a black person, you can't respond the way a black person should respond? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like, you know what? Remember when Obama was running for president against Romney, and he was
yes.
having that debate? And you know Obama's a smooth motherfucker. Like, he could have ate Romney alive. And Romney was trying to like talk slick and shit, and you kind of just saw he knew I can't be that black man. I can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the moment I go there, I don't get the
Do you
same
believe
path.
the second term? Do you believe the second term he should have went there a little bit more? Just a little bit. He's out of it. Do you think he should have went there?
I think this, and I've got a little bit to been around the Obamas a little bit, and I really do feel like I really do.
You know what? This is like the third time I talk to you, and you talk about being around the Obamas like it's like some regular shit. Like,
No, it's not.
How well do you know the Obamas, man?
Not some regular shit. No, I don't know them at all. I mean, I know them just in passing and talking, and they're fans of the show, and I've got to get my family at the White House, been a couple of times. I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? But I have had conversations with them, and they are very real, normal. You got me to watch Michelle's documentary. After I talked to you, I went and watched it, and it's crazy because she put something in a way that I didn't expect. She said, "You don't understand it. You have this normal family, then you have an election, and they were sitting there, and then they were like, then you win." And from that moment, you never have a chance. You can never go back. She's like, we'll never be normal again. And I was like, oh shit. It was a really interesting thing. Like the moment they walked out, their life changed forever. You know what I'm saying? Like they could never be normal. They could never go anywhere without guards. Like, and it just was interesting. But I say all this to say, I really fuck with the Obamas. I really fuck with Barack. I feel like it's an impossible job. I don't agree with everything that he did. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like he's a real dude. And I think the second term, like I definitely feel like, I think black Americans in particular, like, why did he go for it? I feel like, yeah, I wish there had been some things that he had done differently. And there's no version of anybody.
Or the one thing, because I stood out there on them long lines in Florida, 90 degrees for 5 hours. I told every Spanish dude I know, everybody in the world, vote for Obama. I love the Obamas. I worship the Obamas. I love that they made Obamacare for people who have pre-existing conditions. I love everything about the Obamas. The one thing I'm always puzzled about, and I might have to ask him when I get the privilege to meet Mr. Obama, is him
Barack,
being from Chicago. Huh?
okay. I said,
Him,
Barack, come on the show. I'm putting it out there now.
Barack,
Come on,
come on
Joe
the
Bro.
show.
Yeah.
Him
Seriously.
being from Chicago, and so much crime in Chicago, I did not understand why Obama didn't put like the National Guard in every corner and just stop that shit. Is there some things in America you just can't stop no matter what?
Well, I think, I had some conversations and just in general talking about like, some of that stuff, type of stuff. And I think there's a process that I think that Obama was denied, because every day he was the president, there was not one day that he got to be the president. Every day he was the president, he was the black president. There was not one day that he got. So everything he did, every advancement he tried to make, everything was like, we can't let him get his shit really off because we can't let the black president get his shit really off. And so I think that was probably if you were to, I don't know this, but if you were to ask Michelle, I think Michelle would be an amazing president or vice president. I think everybody in the world she's the one person who I think could help Biden really take down, you know what I'm saying?
I think she's the vice president.
She's the president. You know what I'm saying? She can help Biden
she's the president, but I think now that you're saying it, I'm telling you, I've been saying it underneath my breath.
I would love if she's
our vice president. I think we
need her.
I think we got set up with the documentary. I think we getting spun. I think when he announces who might be his vice president, because he said it's a female, it might be Michelle Obama.
I would love that. Nothing more. I think it's good. Anyway, I would love nothing more. I'm not going to say, I think it's going to be someone else who's also a really qualified candidate, but I feel like
it could be Stacey Abrams.
It could be Stacey Abrams. I
like Stacey a lot.
I would love to see Stacey.
But Michelle Obama, that shit is over. Flatline. It's done.
With Michelle, we beat Trump. I worry about, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's maybe good that I worry, because maybe that'll make people show up, and especially now we're in this pandemic. I think I'm worried about how the voting's happening. But I feel like even though Trump is a fucking clown and keeps fucking up, the way people in this country felt watching Obama with that pimp and his cute wife and cute kids walk across that lawn and they were like there was no way they were gonna let Hillary Clinton or another black person. They were like, we had our fill of niggas for 8 years, and this was to me, Trump was like cicadas. You know what cicadas are? Those little bugs. No. Cicadas are these bugs that come out like once every 7 years, right? And Trump supporters, to me, they had to shut up the whole time Barack was in office. You know what I'm saying? They were fucking pissed. And people were like, we're post-racial society. They were saying shit like that, right? And the moment they got a chance, they put the most racist, KKK-backed, arrogant, ignorant, white motherfucker possible in the office to say, this is how angry we were. They went as far. I would fucking take George Bush 7 out of 7 days over fucking Trump. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, let's go as far as we can. You know what I'm saying? To fucking...
Bush at least he'll dance an African dance or something. Bush will try some shit.
Yeah.
He got a front, like, this
I know
guy.
I know people who said Bush was cool. Like, if you hung out with him, you would fuck with him.
I watched Black as Fuck, and I seen you, when y'all went on vacation, you seen some African couple, and you didn't say what's up. You said, they look at us like we the ones that got caught.
I was making a joke, but I mean, I don't think it's, people know, Africans don't really, I remember I saw Sugar Hill, one of my movies, and they were like, Akata. They were calling, the African Nigerian dudes were calling us Akata, and I was like, what's that? And that's like cotton picker. Like, I think it's a known thing, and I think that's interesting that there is a known sort of like, Africans don't really necessarily, and I'm saying that in a broad way, of course that's not every, but there's a known thing like, they kind of don't fuck with African Americans, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they are better. Maybe we are the ones that got caught. But I do think I love those kind of little jokes, because I feel like everybody knows there's some truth to it. And it's not, saying that that's just the general rule, but there's some truth to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's like they say Puerto Ricans don't like Dominicans, Dominicans don't like Puerto Ricans. But it's some truth to it. But believe it or not, I've been to Africa enough. They do love African Americans and they worship us. And believe it or not, and I'm not trying to throw no dirt on you, but believe it or not, somebody.
No, please.
No, somebody got a poster of you in Kenya somewhere or in Nigeria. When you see Ali Boumbaye, like the day you really announce you're going somewhere to Africa, they're gonna do Kenya Boumbaye. Remember, I tell you, No, they love you.
I love
Well, I
that.
know it's just a
I love
stereotype.
that.
You played off the stereotype. Let me ask you a
Yes, and
question.
it was a joke. Yeah.
I was thinking of this, right? You live in the valley, right?
Yep.
Nice, affluent area, right?
It's yeah, it's cool. Encino, yeah, it's a nice area.
You you gotta be rich to live next door, right?
There, people are well off. Yes,
Well
people are
off.
well off.
Doctors, lawyers, whatever. That's not the
Yes,
point. My
yes,
point is, you walk the dog outside and
right.
you walk past next door, and there's some black dudes out the window. And they say, oh shit. Yo, Kenya, what's up, my brother? Come inside, B. Yo, what the fuck is Kenya? Yo, they jump out the window, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You walk inside, and when you walk in the door, it's not a door. You walk past the Afrocentric beads. The beads, the old school beads they used to have. Hold on. You walk past the Afrocentric beads. It's dark as hell in there, and the only thing you see on the wall is like zodiac posters, like Aries, Leo, you know, the neon green shit.
The felt shit.
You keep walking. As you walking, there's 3 or 4 girls walking through. They're not dressed, so you know. And you get to the back room, and it's like 3 or 4 of them cock diesel. No furniture. All they got is a weight set there. And they're like, yo, Kenya, we fuck with you, black as fuck. So you all right, yo, y'all the neighbors, all right. You walk out that house, you go back home to your wife. Do you tell her, baby, we got some real brothers living next door? Or you tell her, we moving the fuck out of here right now?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I walked in and that was what some niggas' house looked like near me, I would be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing with your house? Like, I'm just the person I am. Like, what are you doing? Is this a bit? Like,
would you tell your wife, yo, we got to get the fuck out of here, or we have some great neighbors?
Are they great people?
They could be.
I think it would depend on what kind of people they are. Like, look, I grew up in the hood. Like, I love living around.
That's not what I'm saying, yo, Kenya. That's not what I'm saying.
If it's too,
you walk out in the Cino, and they out the window might be looking gangbanger. Who knows? Niggas. You walk in there, the shit. Do you tell your wife, yo, this is incredible. We got some black brothers next door. Or do you say, we getting the fuck out of here?
Okay, so here's what happens. I walk in, and I'm like, yo, this is incredible, right? But then after about 3 or 4 times, I'm like, yo, it starts wearing on me. After I fucking, you know what I'm saying, niggas start acting like too much, like it starts wearing on me. So I'm keeping it completely real. I want to live around my folks, but I still, like you said, I don't want my kids gangbanging. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to
fucking... There goes the neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? But I definitely, at first sight, I'm super happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm super happy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like it's crazy because you know who lives here? Tristan Thompson. It's, you know what I'm saying? Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, rich motherfuckers, man.
No, but it's a gang of niggas in this.
Yo, I'm not jamming you up, man. I'm saying, listen, Kenya. The last time you felt like racism,
yeah,
like directly, where was you at a meeting? Where was you the last time you felt actual racism?
Every day. Every time I fucking go out the house and I fucking, the notion, like I fucking put, I'm like, I'm gonna do cracks, I'm gonna put my chains on, whatever. There's a part of me that I lean into the idea that I want to challenge every perception. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love, I can't, you're at the nail shop and the nail ladies are like, you play basketball? Or like, I'm like, no, I'm a writer. Like, I like challenging the perceptions. I go up to my kids' school, you know what I'm saying? Like, jeans have a little bit more sag in them, they think I'm the nephew or the uncle who just got, the idea of that you can look at us and try to decide what we are is racism. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at white people and say, this is what we think. That, you know what I'm saying? They're just white. But with us, in this neighborhood, people look and try to say what you are. And I think that right there is an example of just the racism all of us, receive every single day. So every single day, I think we get it.
I got this shit I always say, and somebody's gonna steal my idea, but I probably won't do it anyway. But I got a book I want to write called First Class, and I don't give a fuck what airline you in. You black, you brown, you first class. It's like first class is like people who can't afford privates, right?
Yeah.
Like, but they rather not pay for the private. Some of them can actually afford it, but they just go first class. So
Yep.
all these people think they're the king of their world, and they
Yep.
got their little poodles and shit. They throw their shit up there. They wondering why the black and Spanish guy is up there.
Yep.
And I don't know you, but it always seems to me like if I'm in the front, if I'm in A1, they always start to ask, what does people want to eat from the back to the front? No, I swear to God, no.
And if you're in the back, they start from the front.
100, several hundred of times. We sit in A1. I tell my man every time, like, or I tell my wife, like, yo, watch this shit. They go to 6 and backtrack. They said, today it revolves. So I tell the lady all the time, I said, what would I have had? What would have been available if I was sitting in 6A? Well, that's filet mignon with a bit of risotto. What's available now? Well, we have a cheese plate.
Burgers.
They do this shit to me 9 times out of 10. Every first
you should do.
flight.
Joe, that's your. If you do Fat Joe first class and just talk about your life and the idea that's what. How many times have you been in first class and been asked what you do? You know what I'm saying? By some white person. You know what I'm saying? We never asked them that. We would never think. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know what the fuck they do. I live in a gated community. Yeah. I know how much it costs here, but they know that's the rapper. They point at my shit like, yo, that's the rapper. I want to know what the fuck who they scamming. Like,
right.
Who the fuck they scam? How you get here? Because I've been writing rhymes for 25 years. I want to know what the fuck y'all doing.
It's the best Chris Rock's joke. That's one of the best jokes of all time. When he was like, I live in the gated community. He was like, talking about living in New Jersey. He was like, it's me, Mary J. Blige. I think it was, I don't know, fucking Jay-Z or Mike Tyson. He was like, Mike Tyson's the best boxer. Mary J. Blige fucking might be the best, R&B singer of all time. I'm a decent comedian. He's like, you know what my neighbor does? He's a dentist. He didn't invent the filling. You know what I'm saying? It was like the idea of us to get in, to break into this, we have to, you're Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? You know how many number ones and, you know what I'm saying? To get into like the idea of what we have to do to break through, people have no fucking clue. You know what I'm saying? We have a clue, but people on the outside don't understand. It just doesn't, it does not happen without something phenomenal.
Incredible, phenomenal. And for every million we made, we should have made 10.
Yeah.
Or 20.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
No, it's a fact.
That's a fact.
So when you feel like it's a needle in a haystack, you're right. So when you feel like, wow, like you should feel like, wow, like what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
Because there was no chance this is not an even playing field, brother, at all.
Yo,
I saw it in the world.
And it's why we get down when we get down. It takes us. I remember years ago, before 15, maybe, Shakir Stewart, who's my best friend, that's the first time I met you. You're not gonna remember this, but it was one of my first, maybe 20 years ago. I was hanging out in New York, and we went to, it was a fucking, what was it called? Was it Joe's? No, it wasn't. It was like a diner, kind of like in the Bronx. Jimmy's.
Jimmy's Bronx Cafe.
You was there in the corner. It was Terror Squad days. You was, and I'm like,
it was Terror Squad day every day.
So I was like, we don't have Puerto Ricans like that out here. You know what I'm saying? And Mexican culture is a completely
Rest
different
in peace,
culture.
Shakira. Rest
Huh?
in peace.
Rest in
I
peace,
said
Shake.
rest in peace, Shakira.
Rest in peace, Shake, for sure. You know, it's crazy. Like I
So
said, it's
you
crazy.
walk in and Fat Joe's on the in the corner.
It was, and so Shake knew you, and he knew one of your boys, and like it was the first time I had seen, like you were Joe, when you was on, and like, but you was hanging out, like, like just like, and I'm like, he's a super like that. When we get on, you know what I'm saying? We're so happy. Like people, like, you know, white people want to retreat. We want to go out because we're so happy. You know what I'm saying? That we got, and then as you get older, you're like, now I know I got to retreat because I want to keep living this life. And you know what I'm saying? But the idea of how you got down and how you got down and your crew and your boys and how much love you showed me. You didn't know me. Like we started drinking. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it felt like home. It felt like being in the hood. But you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't it, but I felt protected. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, that was a moment I was like, I never had met you before, but I was like, you fucked with me because you and your people fucked with Shake. And it was like the love that you gave and the love that was in that corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the beautiful thing about the hood is like,
But
you
that's
don't
just who we are.
feel the danger in the hood. You know it's there. You know what I'm saying? But you don't feel it like that.
I'll tell you a story, man. My mother, for a long time, refused to move out the projects, even though I was a millionaire. And her and my father refused to move out the project. And, you know, we grew up there my whole life. My mother damn near was born in the same project building that I was born in. And so whenever I would pop up on my mother, the door would always, and Fat Joe, Big Pun Fat Joe, like the door would be open. It was never closed. And 9 out of 10 times I walk in the kitchen and some crackhead nigga making a sandwich in the kitchen. And I'm like, yo, Mom,
That's
what
right.
the fuck? And she's like, that's little June Joey. He
That's
ain't
right.
got nothing to eat. I be like, yo, I look at him like, motherfucker, you better get the fuck, I'm gonna bust your fucking head open. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck out. But, no, I'm telling you. And
Right.
it's like, I'm like, but that's what I was taught off of. You know what I mean? My mother, she would feed everybody. She would show love to everybody, even though we didn't have much. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I learned how to treat people like that.
I always tell the stories of when I used to have kids would come over my house, to, you know, over the house to eat, and you'd be like, "Why are they coming over again?" You know what I'm saying? And my, you know, literally, my mom would be like, "Be not, you know, whatever," and I'd be like, "You know, I'm pissed. Like, why the fuck they coming over, whatever?" And I never understood. And then there's that moment.